The Children's Center is a child advocacy center, which means that its focus is on child abuse assessments. We also provide therapy services and prevention workshops to the community. Each year, Children's Center does about 500 assessments, and so when a child comes here for an assessment, they're bringing their safe caregiver, parent, grandparent, aunt, uncle, whoever that may be. Once COVID-19 started, we really did limit the number of assessments we were doing. So what we did is we had one assessment team here at any given day, Monday through Friday. We would have that team here, and we were seeing only what we call urgent cases. The first couple of weeks, once we were starting to shelter in place, we were seeing about 4 assessments per week. So it was considerably lower. Typically we're seeing 12 to 14. So now with our expanded schedule, we're actually back up to about 10 assessments per week. And we've seen those referrals start to steadily come back in.
COVID-19 is a very interesting situation because it can increase stress on many different levels for these families. So some families have lost work, and so you have this financial stress over everything. And most of our families are people who really want to do well. They want to be good parents, but there's just so much stress that they're always at their breaking point. And so there's a lot more times where the stress causes them to break down and it's taken out on their kids. To be honest, I don't even think we know the tip of the iceberg yet, because I think that's what we're going to find out as we move forward over the next few months and as kids start to get back into school. I don't even think we know the extent of it right now, because I think kids are still pretty afraid to say much because they don't really have a safe place to go. And then I think we see some other kids who are like, I'm done with this, and they're being very vocal about what's going on so that they can find a safe place to go.
We've been able, as a staff team, been able to maintain connection and fun. You know, we do have fun, even though the work is really hard. And then I think just people are paying attention. They understand that kids are not necessarily safe at home, and they want to make sure we're there for those kids when those kids are able to come here, and that's incredibly encouraging.
COVID-19 creates financial uncertainty that none of us can predict because nobody's been through a pandemic before. We don't really know what's going to happen in the next few months. And one of the things that we found is our foundations have been really responsive, and they've been really helpful with kind of reassuring us with, you know, this is what to expect, and also just being really helpful, you know, with donations and making sure that we have the funds that we need as a nonprofit to continue to offer the services that we do.
One of the lovely things about Clackamas County is that organizations that are really embedded within the community, like Children's Center, are on people's minds during this time. There's just a lot of focus on vulnerable folks in the community and how the rest of us can really step up and take care as much as possible.